Welcome back to Star Trek Online, everybody. I'm your host, the Housecoat Gamer. Well, we're taking a look at the newly remastered Stargazer class, which apparently decided to take a few design cues from the Protostar. I will say that's a very interesting design choice, but I'm not going to argue. Now I know some of you are going to be thinking, it just looks like a slightly smoothed out version of the older ship. It's not something to be excited about. Well, that's fair. However, I don't think it looks too bad. Yes, it leans a little too heavily into the whole Protostar thing, but, well, at least there's some effort put into the redesign. Unlike a lot of people just going, tack some sovereign nacelles on, call it a day. And people do have done that. Regardless, I don't particularly dislike it. Sure, it goes a little too heavy on the whole Protostar-esque stuff, but, well, this is supposed to be a remaster, which means everything stays more or less the same. In fact, I'm gonna posit something for you. Say I am Thomas Morone, the art director of Star Trek Online. And I have given you a directive. That directive being, take this, incorporate some elements of this, but keep it mostly the same. That's what was done on the Vesper, on the Vesper and the Excalibur, to a lesser degree on the Aurora and Quasar, but in general, the profiles generally stay the same. They just look like they're from a different era, and this certainly counts as that. It does not look fundamentally different from the original design, yet it is also radically different. What the? Shouldn't the red be in there and the bluish purple and... Okay, garishly white. Yeesh, that is really hurting the eyes. Yeah, I suppose there's no really fixing the whole orange cap nacelle thing without, you know, just ripping the ship out of the files and doing it. Anywho, the general thought process of this thing was basically take the original, but add Protostar. I'm not going to argue with it. It doesn't look terrible. Actually, it looks pretty good. They did lean too heavily into it, but at least there was some effort put in. But yeah, it's just a reskin of a Constellation, Cheyenne, just that whole family. Really, I'm just using my TOS tune for this. I'm not changing my boat over. But hopefully this will see some more stuff done. I'm hoping this doesn't go all TMP. For all we know, they'll use the Prometheus as a basis for the Dakota. But that brings up a problem. They're kind of breaking the pattern here. Where's Tier 2? The Yushan and the Gladius. Those need their skins updated. It needs to be done. They completely skipped over Tier 2 and went straight to Tier 3. Cryptic. I know you guys are just putting these things out as you go, but kindly finish the job before you move up a tier. I'd like to see what you do with the Yushan. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I never really saw Protostar as a option for basing a starship design off of. I'm gonna have to update my chart. As stated, though, just finish the Saber, finish off Tier 2, update all those skins, then move on to Tier 3. It's not a difficult thing to ask. And if you're going to save the Akira for last, it has enough skins. You can be excused for doing it. Still, hopefully, we get to see a new Yushan sometime soon, as well as the ships of the 15th anniversary bundle. Hint, hint. Drop it sometime soon, please. Anywho, that's the Stargazer class. All in all, it goes a little too heavy into the Protostar, but could be worse. Could just be tacking on Protostar nacelles to the old skin and calling it a day. The devs are better than that. Housecoat Gaming, signing off.